In this lesson, we're going to demonstrate booking a tennis lesson. So booking a resource, in our last lesson we did booking a tennis court, is the same process for any resource we have available in SMS. Booking a service is going to be the same process for any service in SMS. The slight difference here is we need a specific instructor in order to match that service. So we're going to go into resort scheduling. And in this case, our default screen is bringing us to employee. We're going to maximize the screen. So that's a good habit to be in, just because it gives you all of your visual options. And we're going to switch to max availability. Now, you can book a service through the service window, the resources window rather. We prefer to book through the employee window when we're booking tennis, because this will show us in real time which instructor is available for what service. So we're going to book a tennis lesson. So in the lower left hand corner, Clark is zooming in, and we are going to scroll down until we find, in this case we're going to do tennis lesson 1 hour. So when we click on tennis lesson 1 hour, you'll notice that our screen changed and our availability is going to reconfigure based on the service that we have available and the times we have available. So we now see that both Clark and Rick are free at 8 o'clock. We already passed the 8 o'clock hour today, and now they're free from 11 all the way into the afternoon. So let's book a tennis lesson for Clark at noon. So we're going to go to the noon spot, right click, and once again we're going to open a class. So immediately this brings up a schedule class screen. We'll pause for a moment to make sure that we have the right information available. We're booking a private 1 hour lesson on Tuesday at 12 with Clark. So please note that the employee is required, because you cannot book a tennis lesson without a pro. Cost is determined by ticketing products. Everything looks good. So we are going to
choose a resource for the
click
tennis
on
lesson.
Resource, and now we're going to assign a resource. So this shows a resource is available. Notice that not all of our tennis courts are available at this time. So we're going to pick a court, and then to save, we are going to...
Oftentimes we'll put in the name of the student.
Okay. And then to save, we'll page down. And then escape. So now, even though we put in the name of the student, we haven't associated with the student with this lesson yet. So putting in the name of the student was just an easy way of reminding us, and we'll see this in the bottom right hand corner now when we select this field that I'll actually say in the notes field Corey. Just a reminder that that's the student. But now we have to book the student into this lesson. So we're going to right click on the lesson, book into class. This is, of course, going to bring our universal lookup screen. Clark is very cleverly going to book himself into this lesson. So he's going to again select a guest tile. And now we bring up a screen that shows us the different types of lessons that qualify. Is it a member? Is it a day guest? Is it a resort guest? Is it a junior private lesson? So we're going to select the one that is appropriate for this lesson. In this case, we're going to go a private lesson with a member. We will escape to move to the next, click number 2 rather. This takes us to the schedule service screen. Notice that the date is now in red. Once again, review everything to make sure it's correct. It is now associating a price with this service. The resource is identified. Everything looks good, so we're going to page down. And then escape. And now when we go back up to that lesson, we can see
that. And when you go to the bottom right hand corner, you will see that the person who is booked, it shows the employee, it shows who booked it, and if we wanted to check the class roster, then we would go back up to the booking at 12 o'clock, right click, class roster, highlight that, left click, and it shows you the people who are in that tennis lesson.
Okay, so then we'll escape. And we now have successfully booked Clark Corey for a tennis lesson with himself at 12 noon.